All right, hello, welcome back to another video. This is not really a guide, it's more of a uh, discussion video to talk about the new patch that's going to be out to available to play uh, 8 a.m. Korea Standard Time. So you guys can figure it out wherever you are. And that's an estimated time. Um, obviously with like maintenances and updates, things happen and stuff, and they want to make sure that obviously the game's in perfect working order, or at least perfect working order to their knowledge. When you start playing, there's always going to be issues. Anyway, so this is the first Guardian patch, and our main character Zeon or Jeon, Jeon, which is the Korean uh, writing of the name. It looks pretty sick. I think and, if I had deep pockets, I would get this, but I don't. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's what it looks like. Pretty badass. He's got quite the stat boost here. It's a gold fake core skin. He gets 110 additional damage, additional 91 armor, and additional 428 health for a grand total of 19,440 CP or combat power. The attack damage, if you look at it comparatively, it amounts to about a uh, level 60 gold weapon, which can be about 500 attack damage around there. Obviously, all the stats are like kind of random. So, yeah, it's about 20% of a gold weapon. So it's not a small boost. I would say it's quite a significant boost. Anyway, so moving on to his passive ability, which is the biggest change. It's still a counterattack level 1, so not a big change, nothing changed there. But after that, we have um, the Great Man, is which I used to. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I used Papago to help me translate it. So, and I had a Korean user help me with trying to understand what the heck this is talking about. But anyway, it translates to a great man, 위대한. But I think it's going to actually be the chosen one. I think that's a better translation of 위대한. But anyway, that's not really that important. We've got to look into the inner workings of this new passive. So, uh, what this does is it's going to mark the 4 allies with the highest attack in the same line as him. So Jeon is, obviously a backliner, so it's going to increase the attack of 4 people. I don't know if he's included. I feel like he is, but I'm really not sure. Just, obviously because this is in Korean. Um, so whoever that is, they'll get a. This is the Papago translation, a Hemolysis mark. I believe it's going to be Dragon Blood because the two characters they use are Yong and Hyul. Hyul is like blood, and then Yong is dragon. So obviously Dragon Blood. Um. Anyway, so moving on to the Hemolysis part. Right about here. So it's the very top part. Um, so when you have the hemolysis mark and you get hit, I believe if you get hit, you gain one more. I'm sorry, dragon blood mark. Um, if a hero that if a hero doesn't get hit, someone who has hemolysis or dragon blood, if they don't get hit for 2 turns, they will lose the dragon blood mark. So that's probably used more for PvP. This is a PvP fake core, just from the looks of it. Um, yeah. So the next one, it translates. It's Younglin. Anyway, translates to disgusting. I don't think that's the right translation, but whatever. So once every turn, it says 자신. I don't know. 자신 means self, but I don't know if that's Jeon or whoever has the mark. So it could be whoever has the mark, or it could be just Jeon. Um, but I believe the Korean user I talked to said it would be Jeon. Um, sorry, really quick. I have to reread it. So whoever has the dragon blood mark, and if they get hit, I believe that they can counterattack, even if they don't have that passive. So they can counterattack for every stack of dragon blood for 50% of their attack stat. So say they have 100 attack, just for making it simple. So if they have one stack of dragon blood, it'll do 50%, additional 50% of, oh, I'm sorry, no. It'll do 50% of the attack that they have when they counterattack. So when they get hit, they're going to counterattack with 50% of their attack stat per uh, dragon blood stack. I forgot to mention that there's a maximum of 7. So you could do, if this is an additive percentage, I don't know about the multiplicative or additive percentages. I don't know how to do the math for that, but um, if it is just additive, the I believe it's 350%. So if you have 100, you'll do, if you have 100 attack, you'll do 350 attack. So imagine if you have 1,000 attack, you're going to be doing 2,500 more damage per se. Pretty big. But that's if you have the hemolysis mark. If you don't have it, obviously it's not going to do anything. All right, so next is the dragon scale. So this one is also one every turn. So if you get hit, um, it's really confusing, this part. So I don't know if Xeon gets hit or if his ally with the dragon blood mark gets hit. But anyway, um, so for each stack of dragon blood, they'll receive a 100% 100% armor buff for 10 turns. But this does not stack, so you can't have like multiple allies getting this. So it's just one time thing. But I think the turns get extended. Maybe I don't know. It's not very clear. Um, so it's basically, I don't know if it's a shield. It says armor, but I could be wrong about that. Um, anyway, so if an enemy dies, if you kill an enemy uh with, so if you have, I'm sorry, if you have dragon blood and you kill an enemy uh with it, your turn will reset. So basically, if you can kill everyone in one hit, you could basically just end the game in one turn pretty much. I mean, it's 5 turns, but it's one hero that, gets to do 5 turns. But yeah, that's the heir to dragon blood. 용혈의 계승자. So I guess the, yeah, heir to dragon, or the, I don't know what it exactly translates. This is the Papago translation. Yeah, so that is the passive, I believe. I could totally be wrong about it, so just kind of take it with a grain of salt there. His abilities are changing. I believe before, his first ability was, it cost 2 mana and it did 200%. I could be wrong. And then his second ability was, I think it's still 178% to all enemies, but I don't remember exactly. He's also getting a exclusive weapon. It is the it says Titan Slayer, which is, I believe, probably Titan Slayer. So yeah, I think that's it for Jaeon. So pretty big changes. I don't know how much it'll boost um your PvP ability, but it looks like it's gonna have some effect, um, and people will figure it out. I just don't really like the level one counterattack too much, um, but everything else looks really good. This kit is very similar to Sabrina's kit. So basically, Jeon is a getting buffed to Sabrina, I suppose you could say. Anyway, so let's move on to the next part. All right, so the next one, really quick, is about Emma and Lidmarie, or I don't know how it translates to English. But anyway, so they have blue fate cores, and those will be changing to black fate cores. And I believe black fate cores are equivalent to gold fate cores. But I could be wrong about that. Um, I know I'll explain why in a little bit. Um, so there's not too much going on here. There is a slight buff for Lid Marie. Her second active skill, which is 선멸 포격. I don't know what that's in English, but you can just tell from the icon, so I'm not going to really explain it. It did 71% pure damage to all enemies. So it's an AoE spell, but it's getting buffed to the same ability, but it's going to have a dot damage over time for 30%. This is not pure damage, this is just regular attack. So it's taking a percentage of our attack stat, and it may be affected from the enemy's defense stat. Um, and that's about it. Okay. So this is one of the bigger changes here. This is the premium recruit. So this is the recruiting or summoning changes that are going to be implemented. So this is the old way it looked. There are still things that are going to remain, but the biggest change is going to be the advanced recruit. And what that is so if you look at the percentages here, you can see that from the right side to the left side. So it goes from 1 star to 5 star. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 2 star. So the right side is a 2 star hero. You have a 51% chance of getting. 3 star, 30%, 4 star, 15, and Nat 5 star is a 3% chance. So it used to be just 2%, and then the monthly rate up. So you only had three of these were 4%. So I guess they kind of just smacked it in between. Um, but the last one is the really big one here. It is a Fate Core plus the hero. So I believe this is any Fate Core and any hero. I believe the lower tier, so not the gold. Those will be the blue Fate Cores. Yeah, I think there's only blue Fate Cores that are lower. But anyway, so the blue Fate Cores will also be in this pool. I'm just making a kind of assumption here, uh, based on what's given in the patch notes. So yeah, so you can get Fate Cores. It's on a 1% chance with the hero. Um, so what they're gonna do is they're gonna add uh, new hero. So every week they're going to add the so right now it's going to be Jaeon. So they're going to add Jaeon to that pool after, oh, no, during that week as well as after that week. It's going to get continually added. So the second week is going to have a new Fate Core event, which is the same First Guardian one. I don't know how long this is going for. I believe it's going for however long. It looks like there are 7 of them, so maybe 7 weeks. Um, anyway, let's see. And you'll also get a Mew, which is a Fate Core upgrade. Um, da, 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 da. So you can still get the Mew. So the mileage is pretty similar, but they did add a core mileage. So after 28 attempts, after 28 rolls, you can get a guaranteed fake core if you haven't gotten it by that point. Um, I don't know if you can get two actually. That's interesting. Anyway, you can start rolling. It looks like the advanced recruit, not the event recruit. It doesn't really say very clearly. You can do it from prologue episode 11 after you clear prologue episode 11. Let me just make sure that I hit everything on this one. Um, yeah, so it doesn't really say if it's added after or during the so the current fake core, which is going to be Jaeon. It doesn't say if it's going to be added to the advanced recruit during the event or if it's going to be added the following week when there's a new First Guardian fake core out. Um, anyway, so yeah, now it says that this is going to be for 1 week. There's going to be a new fake core every week. Sorry, I had read this previously, so I kind of included that earlier. Um, uh, oh, okay. So this is a. Oh, so they changed it to a Fate Core up. It used to be a rate up for just heroes, but it's a Fate Core up. So um, since they added the Fate Core to the Advanced Recruit, there never used to be that. They made the rate up into a Fate Core rate up. So you have a higher chance of getting a Fate Core. It doesn't say what the percentage is here. Um, yeah, I don't see it. But this one you can also get a Mew, and there's a core mileage for this one. Um, sorry, not for the advanced recruit. There's no core mileage for the advanced recruit. There's a core mileage for the rate up recruit. Um, sorry about that mishap. Oh, okay. So you can do the fate core rate up pull from prologue chapter 11. So pretty early on. Um, So if you want to re-roll, I guess you could, but I don't know. I really don't feel like it's worth the time. Hopefully, I sorry, I don't mean to like ramble and stuff. Um, I'm trying to make sure I hit all the points. Okay. So there's that fake core. Oh god. So they're still doing the re-event, so you can still do that. There's no end date on it yet. Um, and you can do the re-event with all the old um fake cores from chapter 4-13. So if you watch my walkthrough, you should be able to clear 4-13, especially now since you'll have a greater pool of heroes to pull from the summons or the recruits. Uh, blah blah blah. There's the re. Mm. Okay, so of the re fake cores, I could have read this wrong, but if you get a chance to look at the re fake cores, the only the gold and black will be available in the pool from the regular like advanced recruit, if that makes sense. Sorry if it doesn't. um, the work is done. Oh, so it used to be three a month, but they're removing that limit. I guess they want you to spend more money. um, uh, 마법 지우개. Oh yeah, so they're removing that magic eraser. I guess they're kind of ironic, huh? They're removing the eraser. Anyway, you don't really have to know about that. I think the new system is a little better. Um, the old system was kind of uh, lame. All right, so I think that's it for this part. Now let's move on to fusion. All right, so let's talk about fusions. So this is probably going to be the biggest change, and this is going to probably be the biggest pay to win mechanic of the game at this point. So you can fuse the same fake core or skin if the hero is wearing their fake core or one any fake core, and you can only use obviously the same fake core to fuse it. So dupes. So I'm gonna use Papago for this. It's just a lot of stuff, and I don't want to misunderstand stuff. So I'm gonna try to read what Papago gave me, and I'll give you my best um, transliteration of this. So Fate Core Fusion is only available for black or gold um, grade, and there is no limit to the number of fusions. Um, but the combat power is fixed, and it increases up to 22,000. So I think you can increase other stats, but the CP won't go up. I don't know why they did that, but that's just what it is. I find that kind of weird how there's no cap, but they cap the CP that you get from fusing. But anyway, so the cap is reached after five fusions, and you can continue to do it just from based on the picture. It has a 13. Um, oh no, that's two. It's 1 to 2. Anyway, sorry, two. I don't know what the 13. Oh, that's probably the Mew. I'm sorry. Um, I don't remember what Mew does now. Anyway, sorry. Um, so the stats are random. So the stat boosts you get are totally random. So you could get the lowest end, or you could get the highest end, or you could get somewhere in between. Obviously, you're gonna fall somewhere in between after doing it 5 times. Obviously, if you do it more, you'll probably fall more within the middle range, unless you're like super duper lucky. But anyway, so it goes from level E to A. Um, I don't know what the E to A is though. Um, I believe it's the color of the hero. So if you have a Nat 4 with a gold or black fake core, um, yeah. See, the wording is a little confusing because it says that gold and black are the only ones that don't have a limit, but I maybe the blue one does have a limit. I don't know. But anyway, uh, yeah, it looks like the E through A thing is the hero. So E is Nat 1 and then A is Nat 5. So the stat increase that they get is ranges, you can see the ranges there. So it'll change all your stats from attack power, defense, your health, attack speed, your hit chance, so your hit rating, block, evasion, and um, it looks like the execute range or critical strike. I'm not sure what 치명타 is. If someone could leave that in the comments down below if you're much more well versed in Korean than I am. All right, so moving on. Uh, okay, so this one is kind of interesting. So if you do one fusion and every fusion up to the second one, the if the stats are sorry, hold on. What? Okay, so if it's lower, so any fusion, any stats you get from the second fusion and beyond will, if they're lower than the first one, they'll be readjusted to the first one. Obviously, if they're higher, I think it'll just stay there. Um, oh, I see. I think what will happen is it'll just keep adding and adding and adding. I think it's to encourage you to just max out those stats as much as possible so you can keep paying and stuff. Mm, wow. Excuse me. Wow. Oh no. Okay, so I misunderstood here. Okay, you gotta really listen to this part. Okay, so the ranges of what you can, the stats that you can get range from E to A. A being the best stats that you can get. Um, so if they fall into E, or say the first one falls into A, for example, and your second one falls into E, the second fusion will jump up to A. That's basically what they're saying, which is pretty insane, I think. Wow. Um, the plus one calibration is applied on EDC sections. Okay, so here's the other thing too. So if you get a C, what they're saying is if you get a C on the first fusion and huh. Also in the second fusion, if you get an E, D, or C fusion, you'll get a B. So they'll kick you up to B. So if you get 55 to 60 attack, they'll bump you up 30 attack points. And that's um, all across. I mean, it's not 30 stat points for all of them, but um, you get what I'm saying is that it's a significant boost. It's about 50% boost from E to B if you look at the stats. So just based on attack, the other stats might be quite different. Um, so yeah, so the minimum and maximum values are shown in the stats. They're in the order that I said them, so just be aware of that. There's no higher A than gray. Um, hmm. So I think from B and A they don't let you change stuff. Um, this stuff is so confusing though. And then it shows you the each turn like E D C B A. I don't understand this. I'm really sorry. I think a lot of Koreans don't really understand what's going on with this fake core fusion. Um, but anyway, so it says Bitcoin 강화 단계. What? Okay, the reinforcement phase of the fake core used as material is paid as a dedicated reinforcement fake core mu. Fake core used as material, and the hero will be removed or will be deleted, I suppose. Um, so you can do this in fake core management or hero management. Well, when fake core management is in your airship, but it's actually really confusing. Um, all right, I think that's it for fake core fusion. Sorry, the fake core fusion is just really confusing, um, especially for the Koreans too. So I think we're just gonna move on. All right, so the next part talks about fate core succession. I also used Papago for this part, so it's a little bit tricky. Um, so it's I guess it reinforces the fate core. So the hero's ability and the enhanced ability are not transferred. Um, I believe just the also the succession process uses gold, but it does not take away any stats from the fake core. I believe this is the fake core sharing they're talking about, but I am not totally sure. Anyway, so the fake core, I guess, management menu is being added to the hero inventory or hero management menu. Anyway, so fake core sharing. I believe so. This is a Jin fake core skin, and they're sharing it with an iris with no skin. If you look, you can see a bunch of numbers and stats. That looks like that it's just sharing the stats and not the passives gained from uh, the fake core, because the fake core adds a little bit of like more of perk to their skills and abilities. Yes. Mm, let's see. This only applies, this fake core sharing only applies to non fake core heroes. So you can't have it with another fake core hero. It has to be a hero that doesn't have a fake core equipped. Um, yeah, I think if even if you do have a fake core for that hero, it just can't be equipped. I think that's what they're saying here. So I think that's it about the fake core sharing. I might have missed something, so sorry about that. We'll have more information when the global launches. All right, moving on to the battle system. All right, so these are more minor changes. There's some UI changes and some boss monster changes, some difficulty penalty changes. There's mana, so it shows. It didn't show you this before, but it shows you if you gained mana or not at the bottom of the UI. And when you do get mana, it shows some dialogue. Um, mm, oh, so if you want to do fast clear or shoot, I don't understand this part. It looks like you have to clear the dungeon before you're able to do fast clear. So you have to do it in a regular fashion first, and then you can do fast clear. Um, I thought that was already in there, but anyway, so now we're talking about some changes that are going on. So before Dragon Raid used to have a multi mode, but now they're getting rid of multi mode for now. I don't know if it's going to be permanent, but it's gonna be nerfed. Basically, everyone that was getting carried by those higher rated guys that were like 4.5 million CP and above. I think 4.4 million could CP could carry too, but usually I've noticed it was like 4.3, 4.4 and up. Um, so yeah, so it's just gonna be oh Oh yeah, so it's gonna be single mode. The health of the dragon is going to be reduced for each bar to 1/5 of what it was. Um, so it could be easier for some people, could be harder for some people. Um, and so they're changing the rewards for that too. It doesn't really specify how. The emblems, the PvP emblems for your rank are changing. Just the visuals, I suppose. Um, this is a kind of a big change, I think, in terms of the minor changes. So from master tier and above, this is only for several people. From when you get to master tier, you lose or gain points from a loss. So if somebody fights your team and you lose points. But if you win, you gain points. It was 6 before, but now they're increasing it to 40. That's kind of big, I think, especially at that tier. You can now buy. Uh, did I miss something? No. You can now buy fake cores. I'm sorry, not fake cores. Oh, what am I saying? You can now buy exclusive weapons. So hero exclusive weapons in the fake core section of your airship. So you got to navigate through that. The fake core thing is kind of confusing. I wish they would maybe change it a little bit, but maybe I just suck at navigating. But anyway, yeah, so you can only buy one though. You can't just keep buying it over and over. It's just kind of overpowered if you do that. Anyway, so the arena, this one is a thing you can access from the city. You can enter it one time a day now. It used to be just once a week for a free ticket. Now it's once a day for a free ticket. I don't actually do this just because it's a lot of just luck and I'm lazy. You can do it. It gives some small like rewards, and it could be worth it. But if you're really about getting like all the rewards that you can get, um, yeah, I would recommend you definitely do the arena. Um, so if you didn't finish arena from the previous day, it's gonna get carried over to the next day until you finish them. Um, so make sure to finish them every day. I believe it'll finish once you have 3 losses. All right, moving on to Hero Dungeon. So Hero Dungeon, uh, there's not much. It's the Nika Hero Dungeon, the special Hero Dungeon. So what they're saying here is that if you finish all your dungeons, so if you do it on hard, I believe it's 60 points and you see 350. So I believe 6 days. So out of 12 days, if you finish this, it'll reset. Excuse me. It'll reset to a new one, I suppose. I could be wrong. But anyway, so once you clear it, it'll get sent to your inbox like always, and you can start doing hero dungeons from chapter after clearing chapter 2-11. Um, uh, what did I miss? Oh, it says that you'll get sunstones for the extra 10 points that you have left over. I could be wrong about that actually. I'm not sure. But anyway, the special dungeons you can't do fast clear anymore. So if you were doing fast clear before, sorry, bad news for you. You can't do fast clear anymore. Yeah, I know it sucks. Anyway, so the next one we'll talk about is the exploration changes. So when you get lucky items like a 6-star dragon upgrade or a 6-star star up upgrade. So you need these all creation waters for upgrading your heroes. Um, Oh, so if you want to do exploration, this is a little bit bigger than I thought it might be. Um, the exploration has to be on easy for you to be able to do it. That's really weird. Um, yeah, there never used to be that. Anyway, huh. But yeah, so if you get those really rare items, it'll say like lucky. Ooh. Anyway, this is in regards to the maze or labyrinth. Your 메터가 추가됩니다. So they're adding the um, that's weird that they would put this. I guess they're just putting it just so they don't have to write this again. Um, so it's going to be reset at June 1st, 3 a.m. Korea Standard Time. Yeah. So just know that. Be aware. I haven't finished mine. I'm on like, I'm stuck. I'm not on. I'm stuck at what, floor 16 or level 16. God, it's so hard, that one. Anyway, so the new event is a just basically a feather. It's the event from exploration, and you will use it for a couple things. I don't know what they're gonna add it for, but anyway, you'll see when the patch is live. The June check-in rewards are available, and then there's going to be a 7-day repeat rewards. So make sure to go into town and get those rewards. She's going to like kick open a chest and she'll follow you around, so make sure to go there. This is kind of a big change. They put it toward the bottom, and a lot of people were complaining about it in the comments of this post in Korean, and they were complaining about the Sunstone change. So the additional entry tickets that you can purchase to do more dungeons, it's being changed from Sunstones to Jess or Zess. I used to buy a lot of tickets, but I don't know if I'll be buying tickets anymore, which will save me time because I pretty much do only special dungeons now, and you have a limit of three. So it's not a big deal for me, but I don't know about other people. A lot of people were kind of complaining about that. I guess they're just trying to make more money. So there's gonna be a tutorial for the new stuff, and the fusion menu stuff. There's a package that's gonna be added. There's a hot deal UI change. Uh, when you log in, you can select your server. Um, do, 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 do. I think that's it. I hope I didn't miss anything. Mm, so just fix some bugs. They just changed some character animations and stuff. Yep, that is about it. Well, I hope this video was helpful for you to understand what's going on with the changes. Obviously, the changes I mentioned aren't like very like super accurate because Korean, I'm not that good at it. I can speak it, but my Korean isn't perfect, and even Koreans have a hard time understanding what's going on with these patch notes. So just be aware, stay on your toes, and just kind of be cautious when interacting and doing stuff within the game. Yeah, so that's it for the patch update. If you have any questions or comments, thoughts, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys about what you think these changes mean. Um, I think the biggest changes are, the sunstones, the fake core, Jaeon's fake core. It seems pretty big. The fake core fusion is gonna hurt some people in PvP a lot, or help some people in PvP a lot. I think, yeah, I think those are the probably some of the biggest changes. Um, yeah, anyway, hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.